Hi, Mark here from AmericanAeration.com. Thanks for joining me today. And in this video, I want to do a quick review of the Airmax PS10 subsurface pond aerator. This is a system that we have worked with for a number of years now, well over a decade, I would say. And it's proven to be a reliable performer all in all. It works very well in ponds up to about an acre in size, depending on your depth, and I'll post some more information in the description below of what you can expect for coverage. But it is, as I say, a very good performer. And what Airmax is, I think, known for is they are one of the quietest running systems in the industry. We've tested this specific unit out for sound output with the cabinet included, and it ran just a bit over 60 decibels from 2 feet away. As you backed off about 10 feet away, it was around 55 decibels, so that's very quiet for one of these systems. It's the quietest one we offer for sure, and it has been a very good, reliable performer, as I said. It works in ponds up to about an acre in size, depending on your depth, and I'll post more details down below in the description for where I would use this and what size and what depth of pond. But as we go through this, we'll talk a little bit more about the features of the cabinet. We'll go inside and we'll take a look at the pump and some of the amenities in there, and then we'll talk about the diffuser and what makes this somewhat unique in the industry as well. So, as I mentioned with the cabinet, there's a few things that make this somewhat unique, and probably the best way to go over this is to remove the top of the cabinet off here. There are 4 screws that hold this down, and I've removed those already. So let me just pull this off and put it aside. And as we get inside here, you'll find a couple of different things that that make this unique. Now this, like a number of aeration systems using a single diffuser for 1 acre pond size type ponds, you'll see them using a 1/4 horsepower rocking piston pump. And this pump draws 1.5 amps on 115 volt circuit, so it's pretty darn efficient. Produces 1.5 CFMs, 1.7 CFMs, and is a very, very good producer of air for, as I say, a single diffuser system. Now, Airmax, when they get into 2 diffusers, they bump up to 1/2 horsepower, which is fine, but this 1/4 horse works great for the single, and it generally should cost less than $15 a month per month to run full-time, and that's pretty affordable for operating in terms of what type of coverage this provides. Now, as we get into the cabinet itself, I want to mention 2 things. All of our cabinets come with cooling fans built in. This is to help evacuate heat out of the cabinet itself. These pumps do get hot when they run continuously, and that's how they should be used. But we do evacuate the heat out as best we can. And then one thing that I like about this cabinet, you'll notice this pre-filter, which is included on the intake side of this cabinet. That helps keep the internal area of the cabinet cleaner than many of these systems tend to get. Without that filter, it gets kind of dusty in here. And it takes a little load off the air filter on the actual pump itself. You'll also find a heat-resistant lead hose, which all of the systems have that we work with. This is because, again, the heat build up in these cabinets can get pretty warm, and so you want a heat-resistant lead on here. We have a pressure relief valve and a pressure gauge, which will give you an idea of how the system is operating under normal conditions, and if anything happens to occur where a line plugs up or a pump is not producing as much air, the gauge will tell you that. So it's a really good setup, and what I like about this too is it is a big part of the sound dampening of the system. This poly material actually helps absorb some of the vibrations and kind of muffle some of the sound output out of this pump, and I think that's part of why the system is as quiet as it is. The pump itself runs pretty quiet, but then you couple it with the cabinet and you have a great 1-2 punch for quiet operation. Now this PS10 comes with 100 feet of 3-inch weighted airline, and you can extend that out as needed up to about 300 feet from the pump to the diffuser, and beyond that point, we might use 5/8 inch inside diameter airline just to keep the resistance down and air output up out of the diffuser. But generally speaking, you can put this by your pond if you have power by the pond, or they do have a remote setup where you can set the cabinet near your power source, even if it's hundreds of feet or 1,000 feet away from your pond, and you can run buried airline. Airmax prefers to use 5/8 inch buried airline, and you can deliver air to the weighted airline, which is near the pond and then goes down into the water to the diffuser. So it's a good versatile system, even if you don't have power near the pond. Speaking of the diffuser, this is a 4-stick self-weighted diffuser. As you can see, it's pretty rugged and pretty well made. And what makes this one unique somewhat in the industry is it uses a Teflon coating on these sticks. So that will limit adhesion of biofilm or buildup or algae, and it helps keep the sticks cleaner. Now you should probably clean these still even once a year. Pull the diffuser up and clean it once a year, as most manufacturers recommend, but this will definitely make the job easier to do with this Teflon coating. And so it's a good system, doesn't require much time for assembly. It does come with a check valve, which helps prevent backflow of water into the line that could come up and damage the pump. And then in this system, you will always have couplings for 5/8 inch or 3/8 inch weighted airline. So you always have that available with every diffuser that they sell. And in general, this system, as I said at the beginning, has provided a lot of good, reliable coverage for pond owners of ponds up to about an acre in size. And if you can hit 12 feet deep or deeper, you can easily cover an acre with this type of system. So if you're interested in learning more, you can find the link below in the description to take you to our webpage at americanaeration.com with more information on this system. If you have any questions on any of the Airmax systems or pond aeration in general, feel free to reach out to us at americanaeration.com. We'll be happy to help, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are.